Those little twist lock hooks, those are going to be a cheat code for me, I think, to help me save some plastics. Oh, oh my God. Dude, this fish is going nuts. We are wearing them out on that little bladed Kooshball and Metacraw combo. Be better too, yep. Golly. From about 5:30 on, it has just been unreal. Y'all, if you're like me and you throw a lot of Finesse soft plastics, but you don't like going through a lot of plastics and you want to help save some of your baits and catch more fish on each one, I'm going to test today and see if these little screw locks on these hooks can help me save some soft plastics. And I'm going to use soft plastics that normally get blown out pretty easy on a normal EWG hook. That is a Moondog Jedi worm. And then I'm going to throw in with firmer plastic Eurotackle Metacraws. We're going to see if I can catch more fish on my baits using these screw locks to help save y'all some more money, and most importantly to help save me some money, because I do go through a ton of Finesse soft plastics. So we're going to see how these work and see if the hookup rate's good, if fish stay pinned, all that kind of stuff. I'm in a place where if I want to go out and catch something flipping, this is where you do it. But we also got 3 inches of rain last night, and walking in here I needed 4-wheel drive in the flip-flop, so ton of new water in here. We'll see if they're still biting. There's one. Got him. That was sick. Guys, these fish are having a lot harder time finding the bait today because it is muddy, and I just don't think that little worm had enough presence. But I do have one of those hooks on a Metacraw on the Evo jig, and it looks like the Metacraw is unfazed by that first fish, so that is really good news. Let's see how many fish we can catch on that Metacraw, because normally I maybe only get like 2 or 3 fish before it blows out on top with an EWG hook. So that hook point just came right up through the bait and didn't tear it up at all. It's still sitting secure on the screw lock right there. Nice little starter fish for us on that jig with that screw lock hook. I'm keeping it consistent with the combo I'm throwing it on. That's my Dobbins 7.4 Sierra with the Sioux Dark Wolf and 7-pound Sunline FC Sniper. There's one. Feels like a decent one too, guys. Oh yeah, that screw lock's holding on just fine. The bites are definitely more far between today than that last time y'all saw me come here and literally catch like 30 to 40 fish. I gotta present it to them a little different, and I'm throwing a black and blue Metacraw just because the water's so off colored today. It was pretty clear last time we were here. It is not clear today. That hook just comes right up out of the body of that bait. There is a built-in hook trough on those Metacraws, so it keeps it non-exposed. It just comes up out of that, pins that fish, keeps them there, and the best part is the top half of that bait is not ripping out. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. There's another one. Not very big, but he still counts. He jumped it. Yeah, they're sticking pretty good too, guys. Had 3 bites, landed all 3 of them. We kind of got him in the gill just a little bit. We're gonna let him go quick. He should be okay. That fish was okay, and our bait's okay. 3 fish, hasn't moved an inch off the screw lock. Hook point still hidden in that hook trough. I'm liking it, guys. This seems like a pretty easy solution for your Finesse soft plastics throwing like jigs and Texas rigs. There's one. Oh man, big old green sunfish. I'll turn the camera around for him. Y'all are kind of used to seeing me catch those here, but he hit it just like a bass. Could have fooled me. I thought I had a bass. And we still need to do a jig update. Big old green sunfish just hit that Evo jig, guys. They're always fun to see. Always got pretty turquoise on around their gill plate and yellow on their bellies. Pretty little fish. And I really think that's going to be the ticket for me for throwing my more firm plastics like these Eurotackle baits, as well as my little ribbed baits that have small mid sections that tear out easily, like my G-Crack baits, Bella's Gills, Bella's Sticks, my Moondog Jedi worms, those kind of things. Little finesse worms, skinny finesse worms, those little twist lock hooks, those are going to be a cheat code for me, I think, to help me save some plastics. Let's try to catch 5 or 6, and then since the water looks so crappy, I might switch baits and see if we can catch a bigger bass. There's one. Oh, boys, on the jig. They're biting it a lot different today. Ooh, there's one of those good ones. There we go. They're kind of tapping it instead of just completely thumping it. Oh man, 5th fish, dang it. He finally busted it off the top of it. But I can tell you guys, that is better than normal, because normally I blow out the top of a bait after 2 or 3 fish. And I'm assuming it still might be salvageable. I still might be able to screw the top of this back in there, but we'll see. He's got scoliosis too, big old head, smaller 1/3. Guys, I was able to screw it back in, make it look good as new. So that first bait's still humming. I love those Metacraws. Simple reason, they have a fatter profile than almost every finesse craw that I throw. Really good action on the appendages. He just did a quick release. That's okay though. I'm liking that hook change though, guys. I really like that over a conventional, just standard EWG, those little twist locks. There he is. That one might be a good one. Pulling a little drag. Yeah, that was decent. Heck yeah. I'm telling you. So I said that I was gonna switch it up, but I honestly just want to see how many fish I can catch on this bait before it gets ruined. I think that's 6 bass now that I've caught. Just pretty dang good for a Metacraw on a hook anyways. On a chatterbait they'll last all day long, but on a Texas rig especially, or just an EWG hook, they struggle. And this rod right here is what you're going to see me do a lot of my bottom bait work with this summer. The 7.4 Sierra with the Sioux Dark Wolf and the 7-pound sunline on it. There's one. Got him. Oh man, another freaking mammoth green sunfish. That's way bigger than the first 2 that I caught even. That's ridiculous. Big old orange belly on him on that Bait Finesse Evo jig. Still just that single Eurotackle Metacraw doing all that damage. It's getting beat up now. Teeth marks all over it. We're out here catching bass and big green sunfish on that same Bait Finesse Evo jig and Eurotackle Metacraw combo. There's one on the Kooshball, guys. Ooh, he feels better. Yeah, that's a real good one. Good grief. That's the biggest one we've caught today on the old micro-bladed Kooshball. Alright, it's a quality bass. That is the 2nd Eurotackle Metacraw I've used. The first one that we started out with is still on that Bait Finesse Evo jig. I cut it off and I was gonna see if I could get a little better bite with a bladed jig, given the water stain, and sure enough, that is a 1/8 ounce HH Custom microbladed Kooshball with a 2.4-inch Eurotackle Metacraws, the trailer on there. That also fits really nice on the back of that 1/0 VMC hook. There's one on that Kooshball, guys. We're getting some quality fish on the Kooshball because it is a ball head bladed jig. I do fish it much more like a finesse jig than I fish it like a bladed jig. I rarely am just straight retrieving this thing, and if I am keeping it moving, it's a very erratic stop go kind of thing. Right now I'm actually just like hopping it on the bottom and just vibing it a little bit as it hops and falls, and these fish are hitting it as it falls back down. There's one. Golly. He bit it right before this too, guys. It's another pretty good one. I didn't tell you guys, but last night we got 3 inches of rain in 4 hours. The last time we came out here and probably caught 30 to 40 fish, it rained 2.5 inches, but it was over the span of an entire day, so it didn't really blow it out. But when it came down 3 inches in 4 hours, it just blew everything out. The water clarity's terrible, and it's got these fish being a lot more lethargic. The bites are definitely harder to come by today though, but we're still putting it on them pretty good. Oh, wait with that one, boys. Oh, that's a nice one. That Kooshball. Weight on the hook set. Oh, he gulped it. So this is the bait that it took to catch those nice fish in here. Y'all saw me catch about 25 bass this size or bigger that last time we were here. Oh, he clobbered that Kooshball. It's definitely not as wild as it was the last time, guys, but we're putting together a pretty good trip right now. Oh man, another one. Oh, these got me in trouble. Oh, stay out of there. Woo, kept them on though. Nice, guys. There's another pretty good one. It's not even grass, it's plastic. Like butcher paper or something. Weird. He's kind of long and skinny. It might just be timing too, guys, now that it's getting a little bit later. It's about 5:15 now. We got here at 3. Oh, God. Ooh, that's another good one. Jeez. Right when it went in the water. Golly. It's a pretty good mouth on him. Yes, sir. That microbladed Kooshball is getting the quality fish to bite. Oh! Oh, he's high, stick me big time. Got back into the grass again too. Son of a... Oh shoot. Did he come? Oh, he came out. Every time I think I've caught the biggest one of the day. Oh man. I'm gonna have to retie after that. That was wild. He shot right in there and I had to pull him out. Almost fell off the paddleboard. Whew. Come here, buddy. Well played, sir. Well played. Not quite as big as I thought he was, but that is a long, strong fish. Y'all, fighting fish like this on light tackle around heavy cover on my paddleboard is one of the reasons why I love this spot so much. Same microbladed Kooshball in a bluegill color, 1/8 ounce with a 2.4 inch Eurotackle Metacraws on it. Oh, that was sick. That's a good one. That is a really, really good one. I saw him come up and swipe that. Oh, that is big, guys. That is big. He's got me doubled over. Oh, oh, that was awesome. Finally got him away from the reeds. Wow, guys, that was insane. I was getting ready to like pull this out of the water and he come up and just slammed it. Now we're getting after him, guys. He was upset after I set the hook too. Y'all, this one has a little bit of meat on its bones. We are wearing him out on that little bladed Kooshball and Metacraws combo. There he is. Yeah. Yeah. Aggressive, to say the least. Guys, that doesn't get old. It might get old to watch, but it does not get old to do, I can tell you that. There's another one. Next door neighbor. Oh, oh my God. Dude, this fish is going nuts. Oh, that's because it's pretty dang good size. Jeez. I just caught your next door neighbor, man. You should have known better. That was the next cast. That bladed Kooshball, guys, is making a sweet, just like finesse jig right now. I'm working it more like a finesse jig, but the vibing as I'm hopping it is definitely helping these fish find it for sure. Oh, he might be better too. Yep. Golly. This is turning into another just slam session, guys. That is a really good fish. Gotcha. Dang it, he blew out another one of my Metacraws though. I might just try to bite it down. There he was, got it again. Got him. Oh boys, that might be the fish we go home on. He is really pulling. Really, really, really pulling. Fired up. Just a solid 3.5 pound chunk. He bit it once, missed, came back for it, got it the second time. Laying the smack down on him, guys. Y'all, maybe it was just timing. We got here and started fishing at about 3:30. It's 6:30 now, but from about 5:30 on, it has just been unreal. Just been smashing them. Y'all, if you want a super versatile finesse bladed jig that you can work like a jig or like a chatterbait, those microbladed Kooshballs are the ticket, man. There is absolutely no comparison with the quality of the hand-tied skirt, the powder-coated paint, and the VMC hook that this thing has compared to like the Z-Man micro chatterbaits. This thing is light years ahead of it. There's one. Feeling a little better. Yep. Crazy, crazy numbers right now. Just as I was making my way back to where I put in. Y'all, so there's that Bait Finesse Evo jig with that #2 Cultiva twist lock hook on it. It maintained the same plastic the whole time. You can tell because that thing looks matte now with all the teeth marks on it. I'm looking forward to some trips where I'll be able to get on them with that Finesse worm presentation, whether it be the little ribbed worms like this Moondog Jedi worm or some straight tail worms, just something. I think that hook is going to be clutch. And it's light wire enough to where you really don't have to jack them to get a good hook in them, which is exactly what you want when you're throwing those bait finesse setups, y'all. And it turned into an absolute murder when I put that bladed Kooshball on, guys. I will stand by the fact that it is probably the most versatile jig that you can throw, simply because it works well fished on the bottom as a jig and on a stop go retrieve, kind of like a chatterbait. It's one of the baits that I have the most confidence in, and when you put a nice chunky finesse craw like a Eurotackle Metacraws on it, it gives them a big enough profile to where you'll draw some bigger bites like you saw. Y'all, and here is what that package on those little screw lock hooks looks like. I got these from Tackle Warehouse. That is the smallest that they have, is a #2, which works well for 2.5-inch baits to 3-inch baits. I really would like to get some #4 sizes of these so I can put some 2-inch plastics on it. I think a 4 would fit those really well. You can get these on Tackle Warehouse, and I also asked Bait Finesse Empire on Instagram if he had them, and he does as well. So there's a few different options, and he does have the smaller hooks all the way down to size 8, I think. But if y'all enjoyed this one, leave a like for me. Please consider subscribing if you haven't yet, guys. Always talk with me down in the comments below, and check out the links to the gear in the description above, as well as links to my email if y'all want to pick up some stickers, which I now have on my board with both of my logos on there. Please share this with a finesse loving friend. But other than that, y'all take her easy, and we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, golly. Oh, he's high stick me big time. Got back into the brass again too.